Yes, I by the moon, I say, a brass said a year, Mpensenpensenmu, a bro, or Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So, I make us a mad match now, also for Dazi group, BPC, also for Dazi, Super OD, Jaws, and all the names. I made match now. They are doing a presentation, a paper review, Mpensenpensenmu entertainment. I was a penal, I go can see sports. So, the OD bay, I heard the Jaws bay, also for Dazi in the BPC. You don't need to, and I think so you can't miss this one. Special edition of Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So, I made a chair, Echna, and a basso. Dependable about home father man, I feel lucky about for Sadarama. A brasso say, get timidi a year, Mpensenpensenmu, a bro. And a pay a betcha of Kenya say, a mine here on 1 and 2, a mine say coffee, and a mine combination. For chief competence and a pair chairman, one of my Emma, Damasama Jibre, na Moshibi, as well as the campaign coordinator for the ruling NDC government, Era Kufia Danzo, Edasi, Baby Oshibia, Sawaswa Jibra, Ushibi. Yaba back to the studios of Adom TV, Nimian for Dwasari, presidential staffer at Nasi. And Chibi and the brand of shoes in Subababon team. And you know, watch out for this space. My patronizing the shoes, locally made stuff. And what's them? Hey, baby, one year careful. Won't say yes. Say you didn't make watch it. Because there are a lot of skills or system anymore. And then come by a manshi. And there are 2 brown and a black. And it falls into the gift aspect, to shift. I can afford gift in one. It is a gift, very careful. It was careful. Number code there. Good. Who fear then turn so what something say, and then you want something say.
Well, if you then turn so a challenge, but now you didn't share so to come. You the Beframa problem number 4 because of a bon expansion project 2009 at the back parliament. After that, late 2009, passes approvals loan. Subsequently, the project started sometime in 2010. It was supposed to take like 3 or 3.5 years to complete. James last year, and yes, up now they are supplying supposed to supply about 14 million gallons of water every day. But they're also cramp, yeah, supply 20. We have like 20 in reserve.
I see. Baside Bibia cool. Campaign Koso. President Kutia Bobo ne response of the mama in an inch. Bekama.
Kutia saying, boy, Kutia. Boy, Kutia. Or responded to issues.
Or responded to issues.
Say, baby, I do know. Binu I almost say, almost mekandia, almost pay. They will use the inadequacies or supposed inadequacies of the NDC to campaign. And I know so it's becoming difficult because evidence, no AAP, evidence of Myanmar IED dance here endorse. So they have to create distractions. And Myanmar be you are dreaming fee. Sa share any Myanmar yedi ato akwamua. Obi a emitua obodi nkra o wampa me fa kwan we so na saying oh yedi asphalt eguso. Oh Ridge Hospital me fa anim ho me hu say omo ye wie. See just say it keeps coming on and on and on. So now they have to move away from, they have to try to sway people from kind of politics. Now, we Ewiaska, and we are a Cronfo, and we abo Ghana form, and we are, you see, you know.
Is that the case?
Sorry?
Is that the case?
That's what it is. Inti eko 2011 woyome issue near the aba. And 2012
What do you issue person get through no offer?
I haven't said so. Me say our court and any court. Our court na court to handle up. I buy and go ahead on cochi woyome na on one sekai. And I only nay. You see. So the same people, oh, munye say, and then you allow the institutions to take its.
There's no problem.
There's no problem. When they insinuate, and that's almost two in some money, they shouldn't expect say. Yeah, but that horse and as a because scot free because I'm not that one.
Thomas said Ibrahim Wataka. Good morning, Thomas. You say too much. Now, baby, you appear before the judges so that we can define what does a gift, say it falls under a bribe. Thomas said. Oh my God, they say now more the obitini baby is almost incompetent or say a thief. Which president did mean or they responded to that now. That is what dia say mo kwambunya kudu and the makase obisi na a divisive until more how. Because no Mpensenpensenmu, more money is na mama is incompetent, mama is a thief, mama is then. There's also a divisive who mean cow party boom. A brace say Ghana and young kaboom for will be a coal miner boom. Mumunia kutu mapai. Is it can be MPP, President Neka?
You are my name. That's a chair telephone. No, my hair, especially up at the West for. As a president today.
Mude, nipa do na ntimi nka say party nim.
Sa na adwenye no.
O se sa na esi. God se mbusa for mbusa na. O se enye no kre. Nye sa na esi.
Na mse sa na president na adwenye no.
Sa na adwenye no.
Oh yes. You see in same do ma because of your president no can now how even to respond to him. So it is a president. Ma anidi nka kunwa na otesono so.
No dey no because he says it clear, especially on the Muntie 3, particularly many other groupings kasa bebrebe say it's a dent on our democracy on blah 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 all those things. President was just straight to the point. The emure fi and say man ni sa tabo na mfiri omo so na ompi wa bontin they are still convicts and no achi kwa so no nipa na nu ho ana Busumi miensa presidency, Busumi miensa na akam. One interest pa na sa omudema ebe serve.
See asma make can be no. So omudem 3 months one interest na be serve. Nti amanfo aka go prison no agum ne de e you be interest. Omugum no and there you be interest. So but coming back to issue no. I say Nana is divisive. And then the ferry, as a president, on our launch the campaign crowd in the year in the choir. Where was his founder's wife? Then the ferry, so in the year to her, none the founder year and can home. When the number of people are under the watch, other some see a suspend woman as you may fee and this. So, but these are not the issues at President Rebecca, ye baby di nechi. Bread and butter issues, no. If the intention is help us or divert, the issues in there.
Which he believes nothing compares, especially when it's about the New Patriotic Party. The president is always quick to say, "Basa area India, won't come on to acquire suku and hospitals, a Bagana for system, a bed Jumaya on some." He has laid the foundation.
Okay, can or grow economy by 2.3% or thereabout.
What can see?
What can you see in my way, can in economics? No, or grow economy no, by around 3%. At the time, Mobeji fee Kufuohono, they grew at 8.4% without oil. At the time, Inya oil into under our former boss, President Mahama, who grew President Mills, Yamin Fanny Crazy. No grow economy no, around 14%. 2012, I'll be taking over and reduced to 12% thereabout. GDP growth. Now, under 4 years, it may have for around 3%. We say a man to from. Now we any signs of incompetence are they may be only for incompetence. Incompetence gray a year na say day. Adwuma dia man ntumi nye na ka say adwuma no ntumi nye modern more as far as adwuma dia man is concerned. And so any
about we modern more so any.
President Mahama adwuma so any statistics na me dia kire. Is that an improvement or reduction? Ni ka sa asem ne kire wa enya tem didie.
Na o mahene susu dua be na modi susu mampan.
Na nya statistics say this ye can say. Yes, and I'm there to enemy. Aban bia ba. O se mayewe. It is a box na. Punch bia to bia na points. Ni yakika boom. At the end of the rounds ni na no. Ni ayede. You say we na win. You declare points ni wia. You don't come back and say we hu se me to uppercut back. We hu se me punch ya ko 80 back. We hu se me say. Eno ni yakika boom an you say opponent no eto more than you, therefore he is the winner. Sani e mesha no bibia wade a edi susu ehwe se mpontu ekosura na se e ba form disi yusu sa susu dia no edi susu na wo fieli ni e ka kire wa you might be good in other field bi amahine yete ya kasa bebre e bia de ko gina o cameraman ya chi hasisi ya na I might not be able to perform. Iti hono me ba be incompetent. It doesn't mean say
all aspects of your life.
Exactly.
We are incompetent.
Adwuma fufu bi so might be make me ide. Ho na bia me competences no wo. Ti make me aye na yiye. Ti e kire president Mahama say e ba amamu dia. Wa fairly. Osi boy metiko apai. Sade na mo kasa ache. Even though statistics no show you clearly. Then osi Nanado so e krom for. Ono one a friend who krom for. Ono one president Mahama na a friend who krom for. Because advert bia ya so who say abofra bia me we fi advert no baba say my mother is the best cook in the world. Ina mka jo president Mahama shi asa akra na de bubefu no. Obeka chen say akra person kire say ono president Mahama ni mame enim aduane no. A simple reason, simple logic. De unim no na wudi ho adanse. Me tie say me mormon. Me du ba bia na mitumi di adanse. Said the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the only true church on the surface of the earth. It doesn't mean say me patch say Catholics almost small bosman as a Presbyterian before small bosman as a Methodist for whatever. But I'm testifying. Say Masoni the only true church. Sa no biba binyaka said ne yere the most beautiful woman on earth. No tikwa pa say o patch say o yere ho nyefe. The only time what tikobe pie is when really or yere ho nyefe. Wa hu say yere ho nyefe dia, hu so bi di na yere ho adanse say na yere ho ofe pa o befu ebe how. Otherwise, de be na doka. O say me back be di akonwa na me nwia o man sika.
Na when you man sika.
O say me na do say me ba be di o man na me nwia o man sika.
Ekutie ni wura. When one e
bi na me bi say say me ka say me yere the most beautiful woman on earth. Doesn't mean say or you don't time. Is that what I'm saying? The only time I will be fully says I'm power, you or you don't want time, the Abu Bufu. It be not to President Mahama. Otherwise, what is it? Why in a bit to make the baby, I can say Nanado, a bit and like I said, President Mahama, I crop for. But on what say, Mimi Ba, Sacro no basa, corruption there, cost or mercy cana, a leaky left, right, center. The Supreme Court, a rule class among Kojikra, Moon to me and Conquajin. To say what you mean, the Yanamini AK. To say what time with the Yanamini AK.
But he goes on to say, well, you move as a Nicovium and then never from any day.
It shows the competence levels. I competence levels.
Anamo about 2 years.
4 years. It took him less than 1 week to release Muntie for democracy. Yes. Yes. It took him less than 1 week to release Muntie for. Skakokoji dia 4 years, 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years. Muntie Konkoji. Is that competence?
And your processes.
Is that competence? And then one process they within 1 week or 2 weeks now another one the 8 years or more.
Discretional.
It will be so teach I know a measuring no shows how you're competent or not. So Coco check your Auditor General's report. Every year the SK leaking coins about 4 billion. Only what that can do. When you media can no matiko pay. people from the president's office, chief of staff's office, ministers of state, and what have you, they all came out there defending. So, Mane Krano, Woyomi deserved the money. At that time, it was the equivalent of $35 million. At that time, Commander Sugar Factory, Obukusi, and function there. And so at least almost see that factory. It cost us $37 million. $35 million. That means as Canada will mean deal free, a bit to see another factory. So and these are the things that Nanado and these are the issues that are affecting Amount for personally. Now as a president, now we have forum. Big one to say friends.
Paul Adom.
Paul Adom, a good evening, Ghana. Now in same way now cooking our home. You know, the same way my uti it makes you sad as a Ghanaian.
And somebody will out here.
Oh, yes. Because, for example, this logic here, I mean, simple logic. Obi didn't want to dance here. I say, me for the records and so demonstrate clearly.
Why not Nikosiaka?
To be no Kosiaka, my friend say I'm the best a year. Teamwork. I mean, logic, you know, insist so.
All of us are more prepared to because the okay, the men make them on a make us say, Minya Quena, Nambetan, I'm a host of a program. Made a man see. Also, actually, also soon money our pipe comes there. Mina may into the other Caucase. May see this. Is that the case?
Mine, say, the president was responding to some of the issues are up in the past few months. And you know, there were so many different aspects of the interview. This was just a 2-3 liner segment of the interview. So to create the impression, say this was the reason for the whole interview is neither here nor there. Apparently, you see, if you live in a glass house, you don't throw stones. And Peter Tosh, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. If you can't take blow, brother, don't throw no blow. What I say? Super. We are reeking, MPP is reeking under days just for 1 or 2 words to what the president used to describe in Anado. And of course, why name him? Why, who in this country are a political watcher, whether active or passive? How name Nanado record in this country? Now they want to paint Nanado as what? Like MPP for please. On one kasa jina we so ebe pacho say oka all die be die and fan channel. What was going on through his mind? Me see on one kasa ba out to say all die be die no kind and fan channel.
But there's a school of thought.
Have you listened to the all die be die?
There's a school of thought that believes that but for Nanado wouldn't have gotten to where.
Oh, he couldn't. Or he doesn't have any power to do it. Only power be there, sir. He doesn't have any power. He's supposed to be a law-abiding citizen, period. And the country as we have it has capacity to deal with such situations. Let's not make it look like Nanado alone can change Ghana. He can't.
Can't he?
He can't.
Are you sure?
Why not? Why co-election now where Lusua? Why do you want to plunge the country? Go to court. There's a respite there for you. That is law. And he's supposed to be a lawyer. Afterwards, apart from being a lawyer, he has become a lawmaker for this country before. It's why now in Dimbraso, who is worth your friend saying abiding with the law than Nanado. After being a practicing lawyer, and then go on ahead to become a lawmaker. Why na indim ranoso? As you interpret the law on one hand and also make the law on the other hand. Why Bill deserves to abide by laws?
He didn't have a choice.
He didn't have a choice to be who he is. Just like you, just like me. I also won a contested and lost election. Did I have to go and kill the person who won? That is unlawful. That is wrong. Totally out of place. So I don't need a gold medal when I have done what is normal of me.
The president, the basis is Okoka say, Nanado Adani Kabi. Nipa idi when people move. We go be
Then I so bet me Akabi and Nanado Aka. Obet me
only he disagrees.
He can't.
If only he disagrees.
Even if he disagrees, Obet Kwako Sheku Kwama Kano Boko on me can radio issue.
But likewise your flag bearer so can't be any.
You name Kojo Edwasare Jama. You haven't heard of me. Maybe you don't know me. Check my records. Check my records. Check my records. Don't start if you know me well. Check my records. I didn't name it. I say it as it is. Check my records. STS, Ghana nearly came on its knees because of what I did on STS. Have you forgotten? Intino, please, my whole government was going this direction. I took a stand. Today, STS, because I took that stand. I said it ahead of time. Says, it will drown us. Thankfully, we are Somu and we dealt with it decisively and it didn't drown us. Intino, please, I have that passion for saying what I know and saying it right. My nemesis in politics, because of my forthrightness on issues.
Okay, so we are okay with the president kind relating to the interview.
Point is that one of the way Missini, I don't know. Missini can't a competency issue. Also, who be a division, so you can describe it. So, and who nanado say okra party be now in a space of your friend say wapam the top hierarchy of his party people.
Why do you continue to use that word or no pam?
He didn't like
how
the man.
Powerful
Oh, please. We say Nanado is NPP. NPP is Nanado today.
The entity MPP is different from Nanado.
We say Nanado currently is NPP and NPP is Nanado. It's either that or just keep quiet. Or be a survey. The balls are kind of here. Every man in NPP.
Is that possible?
No,
because
if you open your mouth, not just attacks will be they will send all kinds of things after you. You will regret for even making that statement. Master, say, this problem and focal problem in buy. Tell me where they are in the scheme of MPP politics. Nano he need to committee on your reports now where is he kasa MPP mu okay if Nanado call me campaign cry find out if you see party executives behind him. Find out party executives behind you are here, you watch television every day. You don't go near him. That is what it is. Surprisingly, or you're decisive and a dictator. It's divisive. Not in divisive or divisive and a dictator. That's what he is. Because it is Nanado or nobody else. So no opposition. You oppose at your peril. And it is all over the place. They can't say it in public. But why? We are all NPP. We and NPP guys are friends. What I say? We meet, we talk, and we hear things. Mpensenpensenmu a music party. They support the party with. Some of them can't even. They say they don't want to know. Right. What I say? Let's not sit here and think. Say, yepe, and you and someone like you can't a year will be what I say, yeah, when you throw, that's what I said, if you can't take no blow, brother, don't throw no blow because to mommy now say me so quite now a weak point. Mr. Bois, a bad hit you, and the president dropped this thing like 2 weeks ago. Anambra.
Yeah, last 2 weeks.
Incompetency and the way 1 week, like 1 year.
Yeah.
Yes. After enduring it for all this while, you can't do 2 weeks. Look at what is going on in your friends.
I can't move I can't move Jando.
Oh, you can say, President, incompetent. Ebiano Muna,
the president, flag bearer.
Flag bearer, incompetent. Saya any biaka Muna down there. Per minute analysis, no. Just because he said, flag bearer, no. The entire party machinery could generate it. It means Obi is afraid. What kind of logic is this? Who part in the strategy of the year campaign? Some you can't say, but you president Muhammad and baby you walk over each other just to stand by him, no, and yet within MPP. Some mentality. One man funded party, Jerry Lawrence, like a party by the Munna Mudia Chibi, Okasa, and Munna Makodano. It is unlogic in issue with trim, and a movie said that can happen in MPP. It can never happen in MPP. I wish that one day, Ubit me attended NEC meetings. No, I heard I said, Anado, the Obekan Efana, and I said, a Kosovo NEC meeting, me a NEC member. So, me a NEC member. What is this man talking about? That is not true. That can never happen in MPP. Before Nanado, MPP was there. And after him, MPP will be there.
You're careful, Edwards analysis now, you know. Just watch out the way you talk.
Watch out for what? Me say me a NEC member. Me come meetings, I mean, we tonight discussion, me their coso our NEC. See, a basi vote on issue, and now was just one vote. Eti man fasa issues to momo fanda Jerry Lawrence or go find a party by a munina mudi actually your sana or kasaba kwana no. No. If Eduna Ashem Trimanti movies are that parties to Sana, then I'm sorry.
They show about say my party.
Then this issue of say we buy what is MPP need become but for say what they are to us and discuss. Can you issue my because they become from even the beginning? No, me say these ones are not the issues. We are concentrating on building one dam for each village, concentrating on building factories for each district, concentrating on say proper decentralization.
Change is happening.
Change is coming.
No, it's happening. Change is happening.
Oh yes, what in the negative direction?
It's moving
in the negative direction. And check the records. Cocoa production, Krana, it keeps falling. That is change. From 1 million tons per year to now we are struggling to 700. That's a change, but in a negative direction.
Change, you know.
In a negative direction. And Ghana.
So the change
that is why Ghanaian into light bill. That way Ghanaian school for NBB. We know and say on MPB, you know, amount for pressure not conform. Kokia amount for every tata MPs, MPs kakuti office. Yet they claim say more offer free SHS. So with the mention, this negative changes, no. And amount for fed up said no, it's time for a positive change. Change I didn't point to over amount for Abrabum. And not this looting brigade here, or my setting up, or my sikano, and a leakisa.
About if he say, Electoral looting, and say, on condone, no connive with, will be our year, Noma and Self-Patenti. Let's expose them to the world.
The most useless security person, and will be a self marketing. I deal with it that. Now, by your hand, Mamma Befako. Maybe we are, if you offer with you, about say, oh, Babaji. We are Shaheim and Nipadi Befire. We are Shaheim one and team, finance, education, whatever. We now more team in ma we me first get D free. We not be quite chase na kwakwaji. Was one say I'm struggling to collect the money back. Now a security person now see mo musemman. Say my Macron for na be fad the commission no han me akwa na me say so ano mo de koye. Odi ko wie na me pese be koje a one me pre ade no ho. Mo say me ne pre say majemo ade abrem. What kind of logic is that? What have you? Most says can demand bus branding. eno kwa de se mu tua bibia kwa wi kwa sra mo start ho krata se mu wi ase ene skade de ma no e doso skade de ma no e doso du ntia ne fa bibra o se okay ene ya me de say beba ntia no kwa me de say metua ne say allergy o mansika ya kuku jamano sada ya kuku jamano confirm no ya so mu na adwane ko Burkina Faso ene ya ko chichi o mo bra ene o kwa na akochi confirm ba ko na o de naba o se bo se ma me o se ma ya de what can if this is competence there? If this is competence there, then I'm sorry.
Okay, tell us, Dr. Baumia, do you know person here ne?
Dr. Baumia semwa kofu ayema na issue in Kenya issue.
Ngofo be.
Enye endis fuya Kenya issue. Say your mind bia all we had to do is say ya allow this man on deliver a message. Owie na papa bi wo mu a ya betumi aboa o man kan kwa ya fa afim. Say bibi obewie na bibia nso ye chaff in quote na ya to egu na nipa no be ma public keke lecture on ye economy baby a ye gina president say we see foundation so asem no kra no so grandpa ka on ye fed on competent you minua o may ye 60 years or so a ye di no PNDC ni na NDC fu enko adi mu say 28 years or say 30 years mudin Kenya first 11 years I don't know. Kebima menke bibia ni bebda mo pebia na mo ye mo ka se o man ye nyina ye nda ni ye nyina asori akokoda 11 years. Mo say nya e ba democracy mo nya first 8 as nya another 8 plus 8 yes say 16 plus 11 yes say 27 good years and you are still building foundation. 27 years out of o man ye 50 years na bedim ho Emma today mo ka say you are still at the foundation level of o man ye. Ni ekase ni na mo ye incompetent na mo tikwa pai so we da me chele eti Baumia se de ohun o man ba bi ejina sisia no o de ba betudwa mo so called foundation no o be ma bie mpens we kan say mbo o be Mpensenpensenmu e ma ya hwe se ampa foundation no e concrete e na mo de aya na as straw kwa ya dembo
ujina so bibia eji egu an say
yes so na baby a venue a munna ma agree say hana obekwa kwaya de no under foreign affairs conference center ministry of foreign affairs and a control there oni mo hia mo aye home meetings mo bibia asat as the Monday crowd next the technical people na hia how am handle whatever after 24 hours to event no we see am anya de no what for but what they should know is say to me are frustrated at best no that is what they intend doing frustration obi baba say oh I didn't press here because he advertised all this one you see our conference center obi duka ba be ho na ebi ni ho na fe dey say e national theater ba me show so obi a person o cause meeting bi bia no wate see moving from conference center e dey call here national theater
okay
but the important thing is enye the venue enye the messenger
is the message
but the message Baumia could have just released a press statement. Content never out. They sure say China anopa. My program is also for that group na really know how really watch and enjoy OD discussing economic stuff. Baumia be released. And the whole country ever discuss. It's why do you want to frustrate such a person? Because in the bedroom can ever discuss. Especially at a time where previous ones or the bay na advice or the bay now say hey and mo amuchi mo sesa ye be kwa IMF ye be kwa kopi IMF e na yanom e be di na terms eventually ye call IMF and mo ayetui mo anye say ya e be say you ensem a wo kan nyina ebem it is say uyi obi a wo ye badwen ba mpanyimfo say se wuni obi obetufo a wo ti say obi tu ne bafo a no fa bi a hye okutubi
but other than this be frustrated Dr. Baumia and munya na man nka de obeka it is showing clearly say nyoma okeka no so for abobe papa e wo papa
to say the entro na okodi a chere Ghana for say nipa 76,000 now the buy or the omudin buy 90% aka no or the buy be seen there 1 year plus ago I'll be cancer 7 on to me fan buy Ghanaians know this. Called voter raging or targeted voter raging in Brown Half. Say foreigners. And a voter register so also they possess the Togolese register. Omo fam rani ehwe ne ewomu a besi na ayeka say on fam by. Is it the man that I Kojo Eduasare should worry about when he's going to give a lecture? Someone who can look in our faces and lie and plunge this country into unnecessary litigation since
Dr.
that August.
Baumia
Let's say from last year, until like a month and a half ago. So vote to me, Charlotte Osea Didier and the Supreme Court back and forth. Let's expunge names and delete names and a court. It was because one man went and lied. One man, Baumia, went and lied to Ghanaians. Since then, look at the precedents. I've been seeing there. So if that man is going to do, what is it that Baumia has said that hasn't been heard? And you on one the Dean trust Ghana, our debt is 37 billion. Only for the records to show, say, your debt at the time through Bank of Ghana, they buy 25 billion. Meanwhile, he went everywhere, Central University, other places to go and say, yeah, they cut 37 billion, blah, 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 blah. So for me, it is another opportunity to come and lie, and I won't waste 1 second of my time to worry about Baumia.
Running mate, doctor in
I
economics.
said I've given you antecedents of the way I see him until Baumia gathers that moral authority to come and tell Ghanaians where the names of those whatever left 90% now.
Edina
Akano until so be catch Ghana for say me dintro. And so forgive me. Let's move on. I will never consider
Dr.
that man.
Baumia Commodio differ Electoral Commission. I'm register. And then such like a crab by
And then such no all this while. Nipa eminent then from Supreme Court 2013 Amodigu Akwamu after the election petition. And no and Omudi Yomojuma. That is what they are following. And not what Baumia did anything. What Baumia did rather plunged this country into unnecessary nonsense, where people can insult the EC at will and describe her with all kinds of names. Obia sorry, I feel say Yendidi attempt then how president was. Just say, what is this?
Dr. Baumia say pe ni Indian nation on the team no. The man who your voters register ni. Se Ghana for enya botre
answer. I'm saying it. I'm sitting here. That was a lie. Where are the names? Where is the evidence? Where is the document? The Togolese register. You bisa now so check it. They have just opposed Ghana's register vis-a-vis Togolese register. When he was asked to bring that document, where is that document?
Probably Electoral Commission for so more Ghana.
And he said,
Dr. Baumia, Rodofrada Sama. Electoral Commission for support on Dr. Baumia say so we did try check Ghana for now. When Timan for dance be a man.
I'm gonna make answer Miss Maccabi. Should the EC say it if it's glaring? Me basse me will register. HSA NIPA X number be to multiply 76 not the buy no times 100 a year whatever makes it 100% because I don't know say I represented 10%. It means it says 760,000 names and no war. I'll back some facial something. And so the faces match on the register. Then the Electoral Commission asked them to register now, of course, here free Togo. No. Fabra. Now you share near womb. Now you share near womb, now said, ya can no crea will respond. Did they send the register?
But this Dr. Baumia, Ebia Omo the Electoral Commission, say, or caution Ghana. Say every year I don't find IMF equal room. You see, 7 to 2 years, I really ya she no maybe ya. O man Ghana be kwa hu him. IMF de ya yonko group be ya kwema. O man be tarry.
The man be tarry. Time almost free power 2008. Now we to paradise. You and your family, you were not paying fees. Now dental for mu won show. Now a friend is saying hospitals are here. and almost schools are here and almost yeah, evident for people to see and pinpoint. Those are the things we are talking about. Those are the things we are talking about. Yes, sir. GDP and whatever. Those are indices. It tells a certain story. But we are thinking, sir, in this whole country as we live in, you see a infrastructural development over the time. Me collaborate BC there. 50 years BC that BC, I mean, collaborate BC Sabre. Show me one government on this planet, apart from Kwame Nkrumah. Show me one government. Now you fa kratan to kratan. You fa projects one after the other.
Abu Jimudi say about projects. Why baby?
O say,
mo Jimudi paza.
Me say, intina make kasa we krata. And I de kasa we. You say you betra aye pa bi. Fa krata beto. My year is school. 5 secondary schools. This number. JSS. This number. Primary, this number.
But school ban amusia, even with your 200, 10, 12.
Master, you don't talk about 200.
Even
As
if
you see school.
4 years, 200. Even with that, we have a challenge. 12.
Me say, we are not talking about schools.
Just classroom
where
block.
see E-block, you know, other is sleeping. Go. If me am a constituency adenta, me your time 7. Now a small adenta here. 7 schools. Adenta constituency. So please, we know what we are talking about. And the NPP will never go that line. They won't take pen and paper and do that kind of analysis with you. Let's take it one by one. You call this sector, you call this sector. They won't go there. Okay, they will come and tell you, say, we are incompetent in this, you are incompetent in that, you are incompetent in this, and you are incompetent. What you are competent in, they will mention.
Okay, maybe also. But, I had to say, Nipanankas or the Assembly Bano, a bar. Nipa oya eba Ghana wonkoma odia ni mu oha utie obodo sa na hwan kra na
credibility is at stake.
Hwan Dr. Baomi ene osaba abeka kire say obedi o man sika se monto tie nkomo if you say ehunu bi paint na no da omo no modern crowd o be tu dwa no an sheda ama ye hu nipa oyi it the carrier of the message na kasa no important, and in this case Dr. Baomi as he puts it a lot of
he doesn't have credibility. Yeah. Say it.
Yeah.
When I make and credit me with whatever.
Master, you see, and I can say, I go for we. Uno mushana tembi awan restrain no one. Obako. Extend be any kwasa uko. NDC people talking about credibility. You worship a president who takes bribes, and then you're talking about will be credibility.
You can't be emphatic like that.
I can't be emphatic. I don't know how my parliament.
Process.
If you had nothing to hide,
process is number 2 of my
because Baumia record no is there. It's not I can say these people look at it, they don't even read. They don't read. So they don't even read. Yes, or say lecture no economy in what some no bekan. Whether some foundations, so called foundation, it's based on concrete or straw. Electoral Commission issues. But even there, let me take them on, even there. Common sense will tell you, say, statistics biano, Ubia will read you name statistics biano, you take sampling. And I mean what? All my years, see, I survey say, we say, we lead by 10%, we may say, a sample. Now, you don't need the whole, say, Ghana say, Nipa 14 million. And ever to about a president. When you're 14 million now,
so this is
please focus on it. Would you please keep quiet?
Register. And
so
they take the name out.
It always they don't read. I don't know. So, but Umia say, yeah, the Togo register no
to
Ghana. So far, yeah, yet 10%. 10% na ya am I saying this figure? 70-something thousand. Obi onim research. Obi on research who nim die bia will know say 10% am 76 dia is significant. Therefore, but we say the yemfasa information in no efan koma agency and authority body na in charge of elections e wo man. It is a body no any bread there obi that information brewa it behoves on you to take that sample no na what you are further. Ahwe. Say a bit me amount something whatever results be fin beba. For example, say me a bank manager and I was a governor, Bank of Ghana. Na mkojiska every home. Na me who says kana me fee from that bank no. Ye di ma me no. Emu 10% a fake. Na me bebo governor no amania. And I'm kobo manager no amania says kana mo ko from the ma me no. Me who say results are many ni. To one amount or for a forum so be a major and make media. Was that the way to go? Where and about me, I say, made the 99 canoe, a baba become. They tell lies and get away with it, and they, out of their own complex, no, they think say will be credible. When the man says, so far I've done 10%, information many, clue many, he doesn't necessarily have to do the entire 100%. See. Unless only who in there, and I bet you, like I said, we were expecting you to bring the 90%. I can. What kind of logic is this? And then, what not? Why not? And then, the issue being about the debt issue. They don't get it, including their own president. Baumia was not talking about our debt as at a point. Also, the loans we have collected so far. $37 billion. Master, there's a difference between loans and waji. And the balance are standing on your accounts. For example, if you are beginning of this year, now maji $100,000. If you banker, a make me about say you can say me 40. It is my balance as of today, no. Our my loan portfolio so about 60,000. This will be banner be catch me say. After we this year what bought 100,000. It is only the uninformed mind. And Abekako argue say no. Medical 60,000, Maji 60,000, Maji 60,000. What 100,000? Just say what you saying 40,000. Your balance as of today, no, and yet obesiya what boss. So Dr. Baumia's credibility is intact. Common logic, common statistics. These people didn't get it, and they're using that to attack the credibility. Okay. But go to the business out there, community out there. They understood what the man was talking about, except this NDC president Muhammad in the All right. Simple thing. They don't get it. No. Right. Then Oma Begin also any attack will be credible.
We're just about wrapping up. But Thomas said you attack us. I mean, can't you say the Electoral say your core constituency, the transformation and the changing of lives no, is happening.
They better happen all. Or say they better happen all. I
mean,
you know, and now we are here. I know that we see infrastructure. Meaning, our money. What was the last I call hospital? Muhammad is here. What could be that? What hospital be a Muhammad? Could be that. Meanwhile, we hospital be a Muhammad. Is here yet treating the best swimming could be that. And I mean, as your hospital could do what you know. As your hospital. Oh, what is our school? Muhammad school now, Debbie. Meanwhile, Muhammad school no quiet. Bizango for where that should be a Muhammad school. That should tell you, that should tell you, these are normal things that we are here now. So baby, it will be idea. You will challenge them. You will challenge them for something.
Former MC for Techiman, Prince Donyinasi, tell my brother Edward that if his yardstick to determine how good MPP is in the 8 years she spent power than his party spent 20 years before MPP. The MPP 8 years resulted in turning Ghana into an oil-producing country, Ghana becoming a middle-income country, introduction of a vibrant health insurance policy, and massive infrastructure development, and transparent and corruption. Okay. Wrap up now. Former MC for Techiman.
Since
also a lot of massive infrastructure.
Since they discovered oil, Uncle Bisa said discoveries.
They say easy.
Easy. That's what you think?
Yes, the first one is difficult.
No, once you do the first one doesn't mean
the first one is difficult. Once you be now, I will say it becomes easy.
It doesn't mean say Ujaya.
Now Ujaya say one buy now, where in Ujaya?
Yes. Let me even go further. Nipa Baku individual. One individual alone had 3% in those agreements. You come and sit here.
But you're a businessman. What's your problem?
I'm a businessman.
But you're a businessman. What's your problem?
One human being.
When you're 3%, not from the state.
Not from the state. From where?
That's why you guys don't read.
Let us
You guys don't read.
Please,
you guys don't read. If you read that, can you say if they read that, they will not say 3%. What are they talking about?
Master, Missy.
So what are they talking about?
So let me talk. Why you know? So allow me. Missy, when a nation, is making what? 10%. Who say that
individual.
And what 3% or no so Ghanaian.
3% for my expense.
Whose expense? Why you know why they are in the first place? Oh, now baby says that who's expense. I'm
surprised.
You are surprised.
Yes,
so
I'm surprised at
you.
I'm surprised.
But sometimes when you go and bring it up, okay, now you are telling me details. Do you want me to tell you details about how others are also
go ahead. I'm a member of energy committee.
Who could be someone I'm also the count details because he also has issues. No, whatever it is, details. I'm not justifying it. I'm also telling you. If you yes, now go bar operator.
Listen, chop, listen, me, I'm member of energy committee. Please. Platform, I'll be Kasa. Chop
operator, only Nyansa.
Listen,
chop operator,
call the minister.
Chop operator, is he a human being or a tree?
Oh, yes, folks.
That is not true. I'm not sure what I said. That is not true. That is not true.
Company that you register general. The following day, I know your oil fields.
Oh my goodness! When you go this direction, I will dare you on this program. I will dare you on this program. Say, one show. Now you share in the look, these people, you know what they did? Almost 10. Bisamo from 2004. To 2008, public accounts almost admitted one document of public accounts.
Oh, now public accounts now they by the saying again.
So almost admitted public accounts from 2005 to 2008 almost free power. Whether they sent one report, I'm yet adopted to parliament. They piled it like this.
He does not even understand how the Auditor General works.
What you say? Yeah, they were in the bar. Yeah, they were in the bar. I'm the report to look at who was not being done. It won't even be admitted for 5 years.
They have to upgrade it.
Talking about corruption and talking about
after 19 years of looting. No. Auditor General now have to upgrade.
Me say Parliament 2009. Now you were backlog 5 years.
And I make sure that
5 years.
Auditor General and
every year
there was no auditing
going
on
under your watch. No,
look
1 year.
Okay.
Auditor General has to upgrade all
under our public accounts committee entrance.
We
sit down and
look at it.
5
There was
years.
no auditing at all.
When you sit
There
there
was no auditing. Under 18 years, there was no auditing. He had to upgrade all those.
You have to upgrade what?
They
hid all these things.
Auditing
under your power. We had backlog for 5 years.
Okay.
Do you have any
for
for
19 years now?
Who subject
2005 to 2008? You never had one.
There was no auditing. For 19 years.
And you sit here and talk about what were you hiding?
No, you have.
We had nothing to hide. After that, never.
You have called for it.
Yes.
We look at 5 years, 2004, 2008. We'll look at 2008, 2012.
You're right.
The Auditor General's report. The two of you will be in this seat. We'll have to do that.
No, on research, now you're a
member of public accounts. Now you're a member of public accounts. And I make sure say, under almost first 19 years. Auditing ground.
This is 2005 to 2008.
Yeah, my Auditor General.
19 years.
He had to upgrade those ones.
No, we will be back.
Respond to
you are in charge. What are you doing about that?
Hold on.
Now you are in charge.
2004, 2008. And then 2008, 2004. Okay,
simple way you make your own. Okay. What creating backlog? Now Auditor General has to abridge a
Okay,
now waiting a year before, now you rather complain.
all right, let me see.
For 90 years, there was no auditing.
Let me see.
Just
Senior Bishop James Sarr and a Professor Marty and Archbishop himself. And a baby and Mekoton and Michelle Mabompine, Prophet Ano, Prophet Ano. Oh, he seems to be a very quiet man. Yeah, Prophet Ano. And a moment for paying the thing. The paying the thing. I saw paying.
A crew depending on the stake.
On the stake.
You have different.
Penmu or Hopani. Your Imam or Shaributu or do you have anything?
The president of our president, President Manson.
Okay, all right. So when you are going to Mumbai, Magana, I say they do this time. They 2004 to 2008 Rabij now. 2008 to 2012 Rabij now.
Mr. From 1991.